All right, monetization activate. This goes
Boom.
out to you, our one listener.
Do we? I don't think we even have one consistent listener.
That's probably fair. I feel like it's probably just people that we know in our circles that learned we have a podcast and then went to go listen to like one episode for 2 seconds.
Yeah, they
I feel
listen
like
to
that's probably all of
30
our
seconds
views.
of it.
But hey, you got to
I
start somewhere.
yeah. I think some of them are also me. Sometimes I scrub through the videos.
Yeah, just get a couple extra views in there.
Oh yeah. So it
I
actually
guess you
just
got to
started
do it through. We got
raining.
to like create a bunch of burner YouTube accounts, or like maybe set up an AI to create like a billion YouTube accounts, and then we just give it the task of going into each account, logging into the account, and then playing our video from start to finish, logging out, and then doing it again. Go down the list.
We bought our YouTube views.
Yeah, we just hire our own bots. Everyone else is doing it. Why the hell can't we? Fucking Russian government's doing it. I'm sure our government's doing it. Some like shady company in India is doing it. China's doing it. I mean, everyone's doing it.
Yeah, Israel's doing it.
Israel, yeah, BB.
Did you? I feel like maybe we already talked about this. Did you see that those like some of those? It came out that those Twitter accounts of like our national government agencies were made in like Tel Aviv.
Wait, oh, the Twitter accounts, like the location of the Twitter accounts or something like that.
Yeah,
Um, no, I mean that makes total sense.
yeah.
It's kind of
That
like
was
Jeffrey Epstein's Fortnite account is like in Tel Aviv or some shit like that.
yeah, pretty rough. Pretty rough looks.
Yeah, Israel's
But yeah,
got us.
we should bot our account. We should exploit this AI boom and make
Yeah,
billions.
I got a friend who's really into the emerging AI technology. He's very much a guy who's like trying to like kind of figure out any get rich quick scheme he can do.
Oh my
I
god,
mean,
I'm
he's
sure
willing
it's
to put in the
awesome to be
work.
around.
He's willing to put in the work. Like he's a good guy. He's that's like not giving it justice, but because he like will he'll spend like many hours like developing an app using AI, but he'll also like teach himself some code. Like he's like a little bit better than what I described. But anyway, he's like always jumping from one project to the next. So I'll like kind of pick his brain on this and see if he's interested in like helping us out. I just wonder if he has any ideas whatsoever because he wanted to do like YouTube videos of like he works at the restaurant with me. He wanted to like make like restaurant masterclass videos in or like workshops that people could like buy and they would just like watch the video recordings of like how to be the best server in the world, like stuff like
It
that.
sounds this sounds lame, dude. That sounds like internet slop.
It is. I
Well, I
mean, I
guess
think there's. I just think it's interesting conversations like how can you be creative and like do what you're doing and like monetize it and like actually create valuable content for people. I think that's not a bad question. I mean, it's kind of what we're doing.
I don't think our content is super valuable. I think most podcasts are stupid, but entertainment is value.
Yeah, exactly. It's what kind of value is it?
But like I think every like any kind of subscription based instructional video on the internet is probably a scam. It's like
Yeah, I do think there's like the what did I call it? The workshop. There's like workshops, master classes. You can like download these like giant PDFs and videos. I think you're right. I think a lot of that
yeah.
is. Oh, also retreats. So there's like this, like spiritual people will like post all their spiritual content and then they'll invite you to go to a retreat, which costs like, $2,222 and you basically just like go to like an event space that's like a beautiful event space. It's kind of like you're just taking vacation, but there'll be like meditation classes kind of weaved into it and like whatever else kind of like woo woo type healing sessions and Reiki and they just call it a retreat and they just basically just like curate an event, which is like I don't know. There's nothing wrong with that. Like if someone gets something out of it and they enjoyed it,
Yeah. I
then
think
like
there's
there's
varying
value.
levels of quality to like internet exploitative people. But I
Yeah.
think I don't know. At the end of the day, most of it is slop.
Like, I like the idea of curating a custom event for a niche audience that is like a niche market that's willing to pay decently for it. Like, that's not a bad business model, and like that's something I could get behind. I think you just have to do it
I do
well.
think I think the spiritual people who are like really interested in that kind of in going to a retreat like that are also like trust fund kids. So that's fine.
True.
You can take money. You can take $2,222 from them.
True. That makes me think of a post I saw of some lady was like, "I visited 168 countries. Ask me anything." And the first comment was like, "What do your parents do for a living?" She was like
That's
in her
pretty
late
funny.
20s or something. You know, she was like a young girl, and yeah, it's like that is pretty much what's happening. We got a
Well,
raccoon.
what?
Did you hear?
I did hear a little squeak.
There's a family of raccoons that nest in our backyard, like right over the fence, and occasionally they'll be there, and she'll get a whiff of them, and go crazy like that.
Is it is are they aggressive? Do they fight?
No, they keep to themselves. But I think they're breeding under there, like breeding back there, and it's just their den. Um, so yeah, they're
Are they
chilled.
adorable? Do you see them?
They're cute. They're huge. The like raccoons around this area are huge, and they hide in the storm gutters. Like you'll see them at dusk, and they'll just like run away, and they're seriously giant. They're like bigger than every house cat you've ever seen. They're like very big.
Damn, that's cool.
Yeah, and there'll be like a family of like five of them out on the prowl looking for food, and then you come across them, and they all go right into the storm drain.
Are they huge? Because like people feed them a bunch. Like is it because of the Denver?
Yeah, I mean they probably just have no shortage of garbage and stuff to eat.
I see. When do you
I
move out?
guess. Our last day is October 1st, so like somewhere like there before that, I guess.
Oh, October. Dang.
Yeah, I thought it was September 1st, but apparently we both like misunderstood the way the lease works because
Was this uh, an aggressive break of lease between you two to move into your own solo places?
no,
I see.
no, it's been good. I think she wants to stay in this house for sure, though. I think it's been harder for her, but I'm just ready to go. I mean, I'll miss the backyard and like having a lot of space here, but I think it'll be nice to have my own spot.
Gotta fly solo.
Gotta fly solo.
Gotta spread your wings.
Yeah, but it wasn't aggressive at all. I mean, we
That's
really
good.
have been like getting along quite well. So it's been like I would say it's been very successful, like living situation.
That's good. W sibling living situation.
Yeah, for sure. Um, yeah, how's running camp going?
Dude, it was pretty dope. I'm having a lot of fun. I feel like I made a good impact on the high school and middle school team runners, and we had some fun. We got some miles in. We laughed. We cried. We danced.
Yeah.
Uh, so
At
yeah, it's
first,
been pretty
it was
good.
starting to sound like an AI response.
Yeah, it's not. It wasn't just fun. It was energetic, and it's the first step into becoming my own man. Something like
You
that.
could
I don't
say I
know.
helped some youngsters along the way.
Yeah, but it was actually really good and fulfilling, and I'm having fun. I'm figuring out what my relationship with running is now. It's pretty weird, pretty cool.
So, have you been like running in your free time?
Well, after I broke my collarbone, I was like unable to move around much for a while, so I was just walking a lot. And then, well, like once I hit my 6 weeks or whatever, I was running again, but I was out of shape and like upset that I hadn't moved in a while, so I would run really fast for like one day and then skip 2 days and then run again. And then I took another break and was like, I actually don't know what I was doing. Just I was traveling and whatnot, and then I was running a little bit, And then I was like, oh shit, camp's coming up. Like, I gotta lock in. So for the past 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks before camp, I was getting the mileage, like the mileage I'm getting running 2 a days for 5 days a week.
So wait, how many miles per day is that?
So it's like we'll like wake up and go do 6 to 8, and then in the afternoon we'll do another, I don't know, 3 to 6. So it's like a lot. A couple days were like 12, a couple were 10, a couple were 8. Last week I got 57 miles, and then the week before that I got uh I guess 47, and then next week I'll probably get 60 plus.
Nice. Are you
So
like losing weight? Do you notice like changes in your body?
no, I've been eating like crazy, so my body is staying about the same. But I'm hoping that I'm maybe changing my composition a bit and making it more muscle and less fat.
Yeah.
But no, it's not really changing, I don't think.
So it seems like a very chill sport, like a camp. Like if you go to a football camp, I feel like there's just like like more intensity, and you're like looking at strategy and plays, and there's like all the I don't know all the drills and stuff. But it's like no, we just run. We just wake up early, we run, and then what? You guys just like chill, like eat lunch, like play video games, and then you like go run again, and then you come back and like party at night. I mean,
Yeah, it's like you wake up pretty early, you go to like the venue, run, get breakfast right after, and then you have some downtime, and then like you go over the day schedule, go to lunch, and then there's like for the campers there's like breakout sessions where they like talk about running and development or like coaching styles or whatever, get some enrichment, and then we do the afternoon session, and then there's like a fun activity at night before they go to bed.
okay,
So
like
it's
a
like
running
it's definitely
activity.
exhausting.
What's the activity?
uh it was volleyball. Another day it was a talent show.
Nice. That sounds fun.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's exhausting. Like they're dead by the end of the week, but
Yeah,
it's fun.
it sounds fun.
But yeah, I don't know. I love running camp, but it makes me love running a lot. And then I'm like, damn, why'd I quit? Why didn't I like try to pursue my career somewhere else or whatever?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm probably gonna do some like unattached races in the fall, and I'm signed up for a half marathon in October, so we'll see how that goes.
Okay. So you're like you kind of want to like get back into it a little bit, and just find a
Yeah,
good balance. If
find a good
you
balance, get healthy, all that kind of stuff.
if you do what did you call it? Like if you're like a free agent or unassigned, are you able to like compete with like I don't know like with the University of Georgia or like these bigger like institutions,
It depends
or is it
on
its
like
own
your
thing?
connections. It depends on who who you're talking to and what race it is. But like basically the answer is yes. Like the director at the camp that I'm working at is the distance coach at Georgia Tech, and we have like a pretty good relationship. And I was talking to I guess she's the assistant distance coach, about doing unattached races, and she was like, "Oh yeah, it's no problem. I can get you in to like." She told me about 2 different races that she could get me into. So
Nice.
it's about the connections.
But you wait, so you have like some regret, like you would maybe have thought about going to a different school or something, like a
I
different
mean,
program that would have been a better fit.
I don't know. I think like my freshman year, I was like sad that I wasn't with my friends, and then running was kind of the only thing I was doing, and it was fun because I had teammates that were fun to be around for the most part. But then they all got cut, and it was me and 2 guys who are like nerds about running who returned. And so in August, after I finally got to move in with my friends, and like I was finally like, dang, like it's gonna be fun college vibes. I quit because it was running became the lamest thing in my life.
Yeah.
But then like it turns out having your roommates be your friend and in your band isn't like the coolest thing in the world. Like people change and I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not like they're not like my best friends in the whole world right now.
Right.
And I don't they don't like we don't really do anything. So
I think you should start a new band
I have started a new band.
with like brand new people or a side project with other people that you're already in the band with.
It's the second one.
I mean, that's good too, but I don't know. It seems like you should play with other musicians.
Yeah. I made a rock climbing friend who plays the guitar,
Nice.
and maybe we'll do some band stuff.
What do you
But
know
yeah,
about samplers? Is that what they are? With the you have like I don't know, you have like recorded audio and you can press the samples in a way where you can kind of like perform it and like play it, like play one, then pause it, and then play another one. So you have like all these different loops. Don't you have one of
yeah.
those?
My roommate has one of those that he gave to me, and
You
I
like
also have
it?
like a MIDI. I have a MIDI keyboard that does that. You can kind of do the same thing on.
What do you think about all that? I
I
like
think
want
it's
to play
cool.
with it, but I feel like it's sometimes when it gets like too techy, I get like disassociated and I can't like get into the creative part of it.
You do strike me as someone who would thrive in like a folky acoustic band,
Yeah,
but I mean, if you get into it and do some sampling, it'd be cool. It's like you have to really like hone your setup in for it to be fun, I think.
yeah. I also see people that talk about like DAWless, where so you don't need the software, you just have your hardware and like
Yeah.
you can load stuff in there. Do you do that?
Yeah. I've never done that. That's what the sampler that my roommate gave me does. I've never used it. My friend Lucas, who is in the hit band Tunnels from Atlanta, he has
Shout
one of
out.
those and loves it, and he sings its praise all the time.
Okay.
Like it seems interesting, but I don't know. I like right now. I just want to make music with other people, and I'm not really doing bedroom production like I was.
Right. Yeah, I feel like I want to do more bedroom production or just like like for me it would be like renting a studio space that has a drum set and I can like record just a lot of like drum bars and then have it kind of in my back pocket and I can play with it. That's why I was thinking if I had the sampler I can like record myself on drums and then just layer in other instruments or like different audio to like create something.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. Have you ever listen to Zach Hill?
No.
I think that's his name. I think he's the drummer of Death Grips, but he has like a solo project, and it's like crazy, echoey, percussive samples and really weird vocals, and it's like psych trance music almost.
Yeah, I feel like I would like that. I would like making something like that.
Well, you should listen to Zach Hill for some inspiration, bro.
Yeah, for sure. I'm really into like African like influenced music and drum beats layered into songs. Like I've
Like Afro beats.
yeah, Afro beats, but like okay, so like classic Paul Simon, he had an album that was like inspired by like African beats and he has a lot of like djembes and like different like percussive in the background and it's dope. I love that album. And then
This reminds me of Weather Report.
yeah, Weather Report's cool.
They
Um
have like a vaguely African inspired album.
yeah, who else? I feel like there's other artists I've been listening to that do that, but
Perhaps
um
Toto.
yeah, maybe Toto. Yeah, that's a good call out. Um yeah, and this company I'm working for right now, the main guy is like this English guy who grew up in Africa and he like learned his love of tea by like, growing up in the like the tea fields, and now he has this tea company, and he just like he wears like an Indiana Jones hat, and he talks with a British accent, and he tells you stories about like flying over war zones and like chartering planes and like saving his wife and ending up in France. He has like all these like crazy stories, and he has a book about his life. He's definitely a vibe. But yeah,
That
just
sounds
Africa.
insane.
Yeah, he's really cool, and he's like super nice, and yeah, so that's been fun. And then you went to Africa recently,
I did. It was pretty dope.
and I've been into all this African music, so it's been a theme, I guess, the past like few months.
Having a very African summer.
It's been an African summer. That's just a good
You met me
album
at
name.
an African point in my life.
I I mean, I met you a
It's,
long time
it's
ago.
just like a saying.
Oh, you met
Like
me at
people,
a yeah, that blank point in my
people,
life.
people on the internet will say, "You met me at a very Chinese point in my life."
Ch- Is it always like countries?
It's usually Chinese.
Why?
I don't
Because of like,
know.
all right.
Just the vibes of China. I think they're all smoking cigarettes and gambling and having fun.
Oh, and then I watched Anthony Bourdain, No Reservations, where he went to Kenya.
How was
No,
that?
that was that was cool. Just another thing, another African thing. Have you ever seen that? That show's pretty awesome. I think he killed himself in the past like few years, but he has like a million seasons where he just travels the world and like eats the food and like talks to local people, and it's just like a super chill show. It's great.
I have not watched it. My roommate was obsessed with Anthony Bourdain like a month ago.
Yeah, he kind of like draws a cringy fan base, which I'm one of them, unfortunately. But he's just like kind of
Oh,
a cool. He has like a
do you
what?
still work in a restaurant?
Yeah, he's a chef. That's like his main thing. He's like always been a chef, and then he was like also a writer, and but never really did anything with his writing until someone discovered that they're like, "Hey, this writing is really good. Do you want to like be in a TV show?" And he was like, "Fuck yeah!" But he's just like sort of a he's like kind of a crusty guy. He's like he has like rock star energy, but he's a chef. If that makes sense. He's just
Yeah.
like kind of cool guy.
He's the idol for all sous chefs or line cooks or
A
whatever.
100%. Yeah, so much so that the owner of the restaurant I work at like thinks he's him, and it's like really it's like it's super cringy. I feel like he's kind of started something that is just like really gotten out of hand at this point. Everyone who's in the restaurant industry like thinks they're Anthony Bourdain.
It's Anthony Bourdain and the fucking bear.
Yeah, oh my god, I hate that. I hate both of them. And they're both like the worst people to work with or work for ever because they're just take themselves way too seriously. And yeah, yes, chef, yes,
Yo,
chef.
it's funny though. I don't know. Restaurant culture. My roommate he works at a fine dining restaurant and he brings his coworkers over sometimes and they're just like the fucking biggest losers ever.
Yeah,
It's really brutal.
sounds about right.
But actually I think the sous chef of the restaurant he works at, he is like is moving to Chattanooga to be like a private chef, which is pretty dope.
Yeah, that's a good gig.
But it's like I don't know, like they came over for the 4th of July and we were sitting there playing like a card drinking game and they're just being so like belligerent and like
Like drunk?
obnoxious about not enjoying the game. And I was like, "Yo, what game do you want to play? Yo, okay, what game do you want to play?" And
Oh my god.
it's just like riff after
Are
riff
they?
between the two people, not talking to anyone else. And it's
Yeah.
like, dude, you're fucking 30. You suck.
Are they like really pretentious?
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh yeah. You get
but
that a lot, and it's an industry thing. It's a lot of like hipsters and just like people who think they're like they have like this dark edge. That's why I work in restaurants because I can't take the real world. I just want to create my craft. It's like shut the fuck up and make this Caesar salad.
shut up and bring me my salad.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's true. Especially in fucking fine dining. Like
Yeah.
my roommate was so pretentious about it when he started working there.
Yeah, we have a bar that's attached to ours. It's like our sister company. There's like the same owner, and it's a really cool like idea. They basically they don't have anything on the menu. They just have a lot of like really like niche ingredients and niche liquors, and so you'll just tell them like what kind of things you're into, and they'll make you something on the spot, like a unique thing that they've never made before, which is dope. But it's like the people that work here are like the biggest hipsters ever, and they'll like all they do is just talk about these ingredients, and I don't know any of the words they're saying to me. It's like all these like brands and like
Oh
niche
my god.
liqueurs that are like soaked. It's like, like the pickle brine liqueur that's soaked in spices of, I don't even know. It's like the craziest shit. I'm like, oh wait. Then I'll be like, oh, what's that? And then they'll like explain to me, and they'll use three words I don't know. I'm like, oh, what does that mean? And they're just like, I don't have time for this. And they just like give me my drink and walk
Yes.
away.
Oh my god. Yeah. My roommate
I'm like, I'm trying
has
to
to do
learn.
like my roommate has to do like wine like tastings so that he can describe them to his customers, and he'll like they have a menu that like changes weekly or something, and he'll come home and be like, "Do you want some whatever the fuck?" And I'm like, "I have no idea what that is."
Yeah.
It's brutal.
No, that's kind of okay. We're starting that too. So they're trying. Our restaurant is like not doing so hot, so he wants to make it like more fine
He's making
dining
it
and like
bougie
have
now.
yeah, exactly. He wants to have like a rotating wine list, just like your roommate's place. And so he started these wine tasting classes for us every Tuesday. And he put it on a day that I'm already working, so I'm like I have to be there essentially because I can't just like leave right after my shift. He's like, well, and they're like setting up for the wine thing. It's like they like hold me hostage. But anyways, it's like it's kind of interesting. There's just like a lot to wines that I do think is
I think
like
it's all interesting. I just think it's like hilariously pretentious also.
yes, that's the other part of it. And he loves just having the spotlight and like having us like listen to him talk about wines, and he'll say the same shit over and over every week. And it's so cringy in that way, but I am like learning a little bit here and there. But it's also like, yeah, it's I don't know. I still have the same opinion that it's like, yeah, it's wine. Like I can tell like what's a nice wine and what's a bad wine. Like I can tell the difference, but I'm also just like, yeah, it tastes, it's like really grapey. It's like, it's like kind of acidic. Like it's gonna get me drunk. I'm like, I have this other part of me that
The
just
type
wants to
of
be a
people
total
that go to
asshole.
fine dining places though, like those type of people, they want to be like they want to be told the
Yes,
story of the grape that made their wine.
100%.
And like I'm not gonna diminish it. Like my roommate does know a shit ton about food and wine now, but it's ridiculous.
It is cool, yeah, to like have that experience, and it's like you're really just storytelling for the people, and so that you're just making their meal better, which there's value to that. But if you're behind the scenes, it's like it's all a charade because the wines we get, like our wines right now are cheap wines, granted, but the wines we get in are we pay like wholesale price of like $2 per bottle, and we'll sell them for 60. It's insane.
Yeah.
And like there's a lot of that going on where it's like if you can sell it, you can make so much money off of people there, and they just want to like have the story. They just want to like feel like they had an interesting night. And oh, that paired so well with this because it's comes from this region in Italy, and the soil is acidic because of the volcanoes, and the grapes really have to work hard to thrive in this environment, so that you end up getting a very acidic and tangy, like almost like a prickly sense in your mouth, and it pairs great with this clam pizza because it really cuts through the saltiness of the clams. It's like, yeah, that's great. It just it makes your meal like, I don't know. It gives depth to your meal, which there's value to that. But it's kind of all
Yeah.
bullshit at the same time. So as long as you're okay with that, then you just have a good time.
That's the beautiful thing about eating out. It's like it's an experience, but it's also bullshit.
Yeah, because that's what you're paying for is like the atmosphere is what they always say is like, all the little details are thought out, and there's value to that because and like everyone's waiting on you. They're like, once you drink your, I love doing this too, like once you drink your last glass of beer or like soda, the waiter, like as you set it down, the waiter like has a new one for you, and you're just like, wow, there's something to that. I try
Yeah.
to do that for people. It's kind of fun.
I needed that. Yeah. That's awesome. Shout out to shout out to the restaurant workers of the world.
Yeah, you guys are kicking ass. It is fun. Actually I do think owning a restaurant would be awesome. Like I'd love to do that in my later days.
Yeah, that's yeah, very cool move.
Very fun stuff. You know, we started trivia night at the restaurant, and
Oh hell
again,
yes. You're trying to turn into a fine dining place, but you do trivia.
I mean, yeah, that gives you everything you need to know right there. Like we're like grasping at stuff right now to make this work. That's kind of
Oh,
how it
that's
feels.
fucked up.
And I don't
Did
really
you
care. I still get paid the same. I get my tips and I get out of there. I really don't care if we like sink or swim. Like I'll just find another restaurant or just take a break for a while. But yeah, the owner is stressing out.
That's awesome.
But yeah, like we'll do trivia night and then Dancing with the Stars. We have these regulars that love Dancing with the Stars, and they bring all their friends. It's just the restaurant's packed with like just all these like 20, 30 something year old females, and they like hold the paddles up to vote. I don't know if you're familiar with the show, but that's like something we do every Wednesday. So that's definitely a vibe. Then we have trivia, and that's really all we have right now. But just the idea is cool that you can just create a meeting place like and host events for the community. I think there's so many.
You should do karaoke.
That's yeah, that would I would hate that personally.
Do you hate karaoke?
I don't hate it. I just feel like I don't want to it's something that I think is fun to like step into and then step out of, but like if I'm working at a place that does karaoke, I think that would be not fun. Does that
Yeah,
make
that's
sense?
true. Yeah.
Also, I think it would just be like cringe like people would get drunk and then they would just sound so bad and it's kind of a small space, so I don't think it's good for it.
All right, no karaoke. Maybe bingo.
Yeah, now you're talking bingo. I thought of like doing a game night where you like bring your own board game and
Oh, that actually would be sick.
yeah, those are my two ideas is board game night and trivia night. So the trivia night they actually like finally like listened to me and did it,
You
which is
should
good.
run it. You should be like, I'll run it if you know pay me more.
They won't do it. That's the thing. That's I was gonna host trivia, but there's actually absolutely no monetary incentive to do it. So I was like, nah, you guys got it.
Damn.
Because like I would be working trivia night, so I would lose my tips if I were to host it.
Wait, what? So who hosts it, and do they get paid?
He like takes some tables. He doesn't do. I mean, he doesn't get a lot of money. He's taking a hit that night for sure. He just likes doing it.
Damn. Just for the love of trivia.
But the owners really should host it because he's the owner. So like he should let us make the money. But he has just gotten more involved every week and like trying to kind of like take control of it. And he's like making all the questions where before we had my friend had AI make the questions. They were way too easy. Um,
Fuck.
But yeah, so now my friend is doing the emceeing, but the other guy, the owner, is like making the questions. So
That's good.
I don't know.
But you gotta make them fun and niche.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he has.
Can't be using AI for that. That's so lame.
No, I know. They were so bad too. They were like, it was like, what is the circular round item that usually plugs the end of a glass bottle? It comes from a tree found in this region. It's like so stupid. I was like, what?
Yeah, that's pretty brutal. I have two things. One, going back to the wine tasting. When I was in Rwanda, we did a coffee tasting.
Oh
They
yeah,
make a lot of coffee apparently,
nice. How
and
was it?
it was fine. I mean, like, I'm not a huge fan of black coffee, but there definitely were like different notes, and that was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
But I don't. It didn't like. I don't know. It wasn't like interesting enough for me to ever do it again.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not true. I would definitely do it again, but it wasn't like tasty. It was just like, oh,
Right.
this tastes differently in a
In a bad way.
also bad way.
Yeah. Well, we do that. We do tastings at my new job, the tea company. And so we'll taste like different ingredients, and sometimes we'll try to match. Like someone says, make me if you guys can develop a chai product that tastes just like the private selection Kroger chai, then we'll order it and we'll put a private label on it. So we'll have to like bring in the private selection chai and do a taste test and try to match it. And so we're giving the person in the lab like different notes of like, this one tastes like there's more vanilla in here. Maybe we need to match the cinnamon levels, and she'll like make a new batch. So the next day we'll come in and see what's different and see if we got closer. So we're doing that. We do that like every day. It's really fun.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's
That's
really
crazy.
cool.
Is
And
there a lot of
then
caffeine, caffeinated teas?
yeah, it's all caffeine. That's something to watch out for. You want to be
Do
careful.
you just get wired doing the tastings?
Yeah, I mean, we just literally just slurp one spoonful of it, so it's not that much, but
Do you like gurgle it in your mouth, or do you slurp it to get the air on the like? How do you really get the flavor?
yeah, that's what they say is you got to slurp it so you get it's aerated, right? And then you also want it to like touch the entire palate of your mouth. So kind of like a wine tasting, or probably what they told you with the coffee tasting is like you want to like slursh it or slosh it around in there, and then like finally swallow it. And you want to like pay attention to like all the after notes, like what's the first flavor you notice, and then like what lingers the most, and then what is like the aftertaste. Like it's all part of the process.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
That's awesome, but it's like such a it's so in depth.
I know. Yeah, I'm not great at it. I'm usually like this one's good. I like this one better. This one's too sweet. I'm like very basic.
Are there people who are like really good at it?
Yeah, my okay, so I work for the African guy, the guy who's like grew up in Africa that I was telling you about. He's the CEO, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
His son is my direct supervisor. He's the VP of sales, and he's got like the best palate in the building. And he's like very cocky about it. He'll
Oh
like
god.
slurp them all like really fast and be like, "What do you think about this one?" And then he'll be like, "Yeah, this one is coming out much more boldly than it did yesterday. I wonder if it's because the tannins have interacted with the tea after it's been opened for blah 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 blah." And he's very knowledgeable, but it is also like kind of funny because he's like, it's just such a serious thing. Which I mean, it's our business. Like it needs to be serious. So, but sometimes it's just kind of like trippy.
That's cool.
And he definitely
That's
has.
insane.
I hate talking about like people in my real life, but it's a funny thing. He's definitely like the CEO's son kind of energy, if that makes sense. And
Oh
he's
no.
like kind of the office pariah, and he like always like says things that are like insulting, but he doesn't mean to. Like he's always like talking out of his ass or like has his foot in his mouth, you know. And so everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, just here's a shovel, dig yourself out." Like he's
Oh,
definitely like the quintessential like boss's son.
brutal. That's really brutal. That you were talking about your dying pizza place, and then now you're talking about this corporate structure. It's
Yeah.
reminding me. Has Dad talked to you about his job?
Yeah, I think last time I heard he just said they were like struggling a little bit and they might let him go before he's planning on retiring.
Yeah. Apparently, the the like regional CEO or whatever, like the guy who runs the U.S. division where they are,
Yeah.
just like uses the like sister parent company funds and doesn't care about like breaking even or going green or getting out of the red or whatever, going black, I guess.
What? So he
Like
steals money?
he doesn't like steal it. He just like doesn't make good business decisions because he's like the sister company of the real company, and he doesn't think they're like he doesn't think their profits matter, and so he'll like send people to Europe and shit just for like trips for like their performances, and he's like terrible at making client out like reaching out to clients, and then the parent company is like, "Yo, these numbers are bad. You're doing bad." And apparently he was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, we gotta retire. We got a guy retiring soon, so we could probably just let him go early or something like that."
What?
Like he's actually just a terrible person, but like a nice guy.
Damn. He just sucks at business.
Yeah, which is bad.
That's bad. That's not what you want for
Not
your
what you want at
CEO.
all. And he just offered up their ops guy.
Like to go?
Yeah, like he like,
Well,
well,
if
Dad
it's
is their
not
ops guy.
dad, I guess that's good.
No, Dad is their ops guy.
Oh.
And they apparently weren't like They were being like, "Yo, you need to like make money." They weren't being like, "You need to cut somebody." And then he was like,
Oh
"Well, we can let this guy go."
shit. I mean, Dad's probably just like, oh, whatever. He's like
Yeah,
at the point in his
he'll be
career.
fine.
He's like, whatever.
He's gonna retire anyway.
Yeah, isn't he retiring next year? Like, that's the plan. Is like late. Is like a little bit
I
over a
think
year
the
from now.
plan was like August, but now it's looking like January if they keep doing such bad performance at his job.
Damn,
But he just bought a kayak, I think, so he's fine.
he's doing all right. That's fun. A kayak. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Their
Pretty,
house is
pretty cool.
their house is like just so far away from everything.
I know. I told him that.
I don't love that.
He's gonna have to drive 2 hours to pick me up at the airport.
For the first weekend of August.
Yes.
What are we gonna do, dude?
Kayaking.
There's one kayak.
Is it a one person kayak?
Yeah,
Damn.
we could take turns, I guess.
Um, I don't know. I like to do a lot of things. We go to the shooting range.
Ooh, I'll shoot some guns.
We could, I don't know, like go on a hike. We could do a road trip. Let's do a road trip of the South.
What?
Let's go to Savannah.
Let's go to the Memphis Pyramid.
Hell yeah. You know, it's just a Bass Pro Shop. We could go to Graceland though. That might actually be cool.
Okay. I'd go to Nuga. I've never been there.
Chattanoogies.
Yeah.
We could go play poker with my grandma in Nashville.
Is she known for playing poker?
Yeah, she loves it. She asks me every time I talk to her.
Oh wow. Okay. I mean, I'd do that, I guess.
I mean, she would love. I mean, that's kind of selfish because I'm like I always am trying to like kill two birds with one stone when I come visit. So, but we could put it on the vision board.
Well, why don't you stay longer and then go there after?
Because I have work to do.
Oh, work, 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 work until you die.
Yes. We think
I
I'm
mean,
made of money?
I
You
think
think my
you are capable
parents?
of saving money.
I mean, I gotta make enough to save it. Yeah, I have savings right now, which is nice. But
Well, don't buy a sampler.
yeah, I know.
Don't rent studio time.
Yeah, I'll just keep working and never do anything I like ever. And then I'll have
You
enough
can
to
do it on
save.
GarageBand and you can pirate FL Studio.
Yeah.
Do you pay for streaming services?
Yeah.
Dude, rookie mistake.
Bro, hook it up. You got some passwords for me?
No, they're on that now. They're like, you're actually not in the right place, so you can't watch this.
Oh, yeah.
Which is so fucking annoying.
Wait, so then how do you not pay for streaming? You just like split it with your roommates or something?
No, I go on Gujara.to.
What?
You can pirate like everything.
You don't download it though.
No, you don't even, no, I guess you can online stream everything.
Yeah, is the quality good?
Yeah, it's great.
I mean,
You just have to wait
yeah.
like a couple weeks after something is released.
I'll look into it.
It's great.
Text me the name of that.
Gujara.to, and then there's the TV app that's like for sports and stuff. That one's pretty good.
I do want to buy a new TV when I move into my own place. So that will be a little splurge. I need a couch and a TV, so I'm gonna have to do that. And I need a whole kitchen set up. Like I'm about to like drop some money.
You don't have like utensils and stuff.
Yeah, I have some utensils. I have like 3 bowls, 4 plates, 3 glasses. But I need pots and pans. I probably will just be set with what I just told you as far as that stuff goes, but I need like actual pans, which are expensive.
You should get some silver ones. Or what is
Um,
it? Aluminum? What the hell are the nice ones where you have to put the water on them first?
oh, cast iron.
No.
I don't know.
I don't. Yeah, maybe don't do that. Maybe just get coated pans.
Well, I can't get the ones that have like the PFAs and all that bullshit. I gotta find the right ones. You gotta watch out these days, you know.
I mean, there's microplastics and everything.
Yeah, so you should at least like limit it as much as possible, knowing that it's saturating the entire environment.
I guess so. Yeah. I brought one cast iron skillet to my place, and then everything else is everybody else's in
Yeah,
terms of pots and pans.
I have a cast iron skillet too. That's my one pan now. I got it because I was gonna go camping, but then we had a fire burn because like the whole world's on fire right now, so I couldn't even make a campfire.
The there's
Colorado's on fire. Canada's on fire. You ever look? If you look at like live fires, they'll show you a map, and it just looks like the whole world's burning. It's crazy.
I have never looked at that, but I believe it.
Yeah, like
The world's on the shit. There's a "My Wife's an Angel" lyric that says the world's on fire. I wish I knew it.
that's also a. Damn it! What's the name of that band? My world's on fire. How about yours? That's the way I like it, and I'll never get bored. Hey now, you're an all star. Shrek
All
soundtrack,
Star by
baby.
Smash Mouth.
Yeah, you got it. That was your trivia
Thanks.
quiz.
Thank you.
2 points.
It's the
You said
truth,
two. You
baby.
said. Did you say your two things yet? I think one of them was running camp, and then you said
Yeah,
you were
the
like,
second one was Dad's job situation.
yeah. Well, I guess your mom's still working at the Catholic place, so that's she'll keep doing that for a few more years, right?
Raking in the money from the devout Catholics
Dude, all right. I got conspiracies lined up.
about Catholics.
Okay, mega churches.
Oh, I mean, is it really a conspiracy?
It's
Let's
just
hear it.
great. It's just crazy that like people are doing that. So the idea of tithing is like false. Like apparently some guy was like saying how it's not in the Bible, but this
Well,
idea
yeah, man.
you should give
The
10% of your
the whole
salary to the
schism.
church. What?
Yeah, it's all fucking exploitative, and I think even like Protestant and post schism institutions are like still exploiting their people to some extent. It's just not as monetarily, but it's like the whole reason that Catholics have beef with the other religions or the other sects is because of how they were uh, like exploiting people, being like, we are able to channel your whatever you need through to God, and so you need to pay us, and if you can pay us, you can probably get your sins absolved and go to heaven. And that's why Martin Luther wrote I don't know, whatever he wrote, the
Yeah,
99 sins of the Catholic Church or whatever, and then he got exiled.
right.
And that was one of the first things they printed on the printing press.
So it's like, come on, guys, what are we doing here? These mega churches, so they are tax free, and they basically, so what they say they do is like are in service. So one of these mega churches, so there's this guy apparently who's like going auditing all these mega churches, and he says it's like the same across the board. But for one example, he said that the the money that they're taking is like it's only like 2% of all their income is like actually going to like serviceable, like back to the community type stuff, like the stuff that you kind of expect the church to be doing,
Yeah,
and the rest of it is going to like housing stipends for the pastors, which is like a special line item, which is like they don't have to charge income for a housing stipend, so they'll give them like 100 grand a month of a housing stipend on top of their like $200,000 a year salary, and so they don't have to pay taxes on that like 100 grand a month, and they'll just have like 7 houses all over the country.
yeah, that's complete exploitation. It's terrible.
So like, what are we doing, guys? Like, This whole religion thing has really got out of hand.
They're just preying on people who are hopeless.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like the ignorance thing. I think like if you just want to turn a blind eye to everything and just say, "Well, church is good," and then I don't know, crime is bad. Like if your brain is just works in those like really simple terms, then it's like, oh,
Yeah,
church is at least church is good. At least I can give my money to this place, and at least that will be for the better good, and it'll help feed my neighbors, and I'll probably look good in God's eyes, and so it'll help me get into heaven. It's like just a very simple view, but it's just so bad. It's just these people are driving around the Rolls Royce. It's like the Righteous Gemstones is like kind of a
yeah.
documentary.
That is a very like accurate political commentary.
So like, why are we doing this? I'm so sick of it, and I think it's so like Catholicism is like super old, right? Catholicism is like 2,000 years old, and
Yeah,
they literally just took this. Okay, so like if Jesus was a Messiah or a prophet, they literally just like took the story and like ran with it for their own profit. I think that's what Catholicism is,
I think that's most like religious institutions as well. Not to
for sure.
diminish the critique of Catholicism because they definitely are like very world powerful. But yeah, I mean they're like political institutions at this point, and
Yeah, their
so
pastors
much
are
of that
talking
money is
about.
going to like lobbying and shit.
There's pastors on these mega churches that are talking about how you have to defend Israel because it's like God wants us to defend Israel at all costs because it's His chosen people. Like that's the type of shit that we're dealing with.
Yeah, I don't know what to do about that. That's like one little piece of everything being terrible. I
It
don't.
made me
It's
think. I had this high thought of like the transparency of these mega churches. Like you actually can go in and like look at their books. I think that's like part of the nonprofit. But like, what if we just? I feel like someone needs to develop that idea of transparency and like make it for all institutions, all companies, all governments. Like that should be the norm. It really should like everything should operate in that way, where everything
yeah,
is like you should be able to look through all the books because that's where they're like screwing everything up. This like
yeah.
secretive money movements and all this stuff.
Well, it's also like even with transparency, there's like such red tape to like understanding where money is going from businesses. Like the way that like Trump is profiting off his administration is so confusing,
Yeah,
and it's like he makes like millions of dollars in selling merch and
the
funneling a
Bitcoin.
shit coin, and it's like no one can do anything about it. I don't think. Like I don't. It's fucked. It's terrible.
Yeah, yeah.
And
It's
I don't know if it's I don't know how we make it change. I think that people are fed up like with this administration, and maybe there will be some kind of more for the people person running. But it's like everyone still believes in the two party system. Both of those parties are playing into this like maintain the wealth and create this like I
and
don't
then
know
like
oligarchy of money and money funneling and exploitation.
And then meanwhile, they release a document that describes how they steal your babies and eat them and call them beef jerky and eat them.
And you can't do anything about it. No one gets in trouble.
No one even cares. This is the
Yeah,
same mindset. These same people, they hear that and they're like, "Oh, that's crazy." And then they go and they give 10% of their salary to these giant mega churches.
yeah, dude.
This is
I
what
was
we
talking.
deserve. If this is how we
I
act, this is what we
I
deserve.
I do agree with that. Like Europeans do like always say like fucking Americans don't do anything, and that is true. And but I think like first step is like openly talking about things critical of the government and institutions that are hurting normal people.
I mean, I don't know because like you and I can talk about this stuff, but like I can't just sit down and talk to just anyone. And that's the hard part is that like people just aren't like you can bring a horse to water, but you can't make them drink kind of thing. It's like people just like have their limits.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I guess so. And
I mean, I
there's
don't
like
know.
a external loci of control. or
All right.
locus of control or whatever.
Yeah, this I don't know what that means, but I think what it
Maybe.
means
Go ahead.
I think what it means is like yeah, the extra I was going to tangent that off into another topic about control like these giant institutions are like siphoning money and it's literally like the law of entropy in action and they're using like these scientific laws and they're just like using it on humanity to like steal our energy because we like use our energy to go to work and like make money and that's like all of the energy of our life essentially if you really boil it down and they're just like sucking money off of us, whether it's by these giant institution churches or it's like taking like these small transaction fees in your credit card or like whatever it is. It's like tiny entropy is just like sucking money out of you, which is like essentially your life force, or it's taxes. It's like crazy taxes that are going to these NGOs and like funding the weirdest shit you've ever heard of, but actually it's just going straight in the pocketbooks of like, these corrupt senators.
Yeah, I, I mean, yeah, that's like a Marxist belief. Like, every your labor is your life force, and like it's being exploited every day. And then the value is like the difference between your labor and your wages is the like your exploitation, and that money goes to someone else, and there's like different ownerships or whatever. Like I'm pretty stupid, but basically that.
Yeah.
And I was talking like the big institutions who have the money and are able to exploit people and like create political change. They make us little guys think that we have no control, and then it is like a self-fulfilling prophecy. And the same shit's happening with Instagram and the algorithms and everyone thinking that they're
Yeah.
alone and being depressed. It's fucking terrible.
Okay, yeah. So the same person like also went on to that as like so like it's an age old story of like energy stealing through this like scientific idea of entropy and like Jeffrey Epstein has like emails about entropy and he talks to people like Stephen Hawking, these like elite like mathematicians and he's like trying to crack the code of entropy. But that's another one is like now they're doing it digitally. So they've always like stolen our energy in some form, like throughout thousands of years. But now they can do it like through Instagram because you're like looking at Instagram and they're like monitoring your facial interactions and they're like taking your energy of your day. But you're also like they're saying it's like a jealousy loop. So, like Instagram's all about jealousy. LinkedIn is all about like the way you look in front of other people like you're like really like hyping up your own achievements to like look good in front of all of your like associates and Twitter is like political commentary, it's like anger bait, it's all these like different forms and like Tinder is like fake connection, it's like really fleeting connection, like you fall in love with someone just for 30 seconds and then it's over and then you keep swiping and it happens again and again, so it's like these tiny little micro energy exchanges and there's someone profiting off all this, so like Mark Zuckerberg's bitch ass is like stealing this data and like he's like being like the vampire that he is, like this shit is age old. I think it's all the same stuff just like recycled.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Sumerian, okay, this is what someone described it and it kind of blew my mind and I think it sounds like the craziest thing ever, but it's also like kind of makes a lot of sense to me and I think that's funny. It's like Sumerian priest class bloodlines are the people today that are still like running these same magic tricks, these same like energy sucking type stuff. And so like the Sumerian priest class was like a genetic lineage that was like superior to the peasants and the serfs of the Sumerian days. And what they did back then apparently is um they would have these prostitutes that would channel, so the prostitutes would like get like possessed by like gods is how they would say it, so the prostitute is like has the prostitute's body but like something else has entered it and it's like this like higher being, this like demon, and then people of the town would like pay a token to come and have sex with a prostitute while the prostitute was like channeling this like demon or this like godlike energy. So it's like a covenant, a communion with God. So you're like having sex with God and therefore like becoming one with God. And it's like they would sell that. That was like the first token. That was like the first currency ever, is like these tokens of like go fuck God.
What? What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's crazy.
What does that mean, dude? What?
What?
Who? Where? I
Dude,
don't even
I'm
know
telling you,
where to begin.
this shit is, I feel like that's what's happening. I know that's like the craziest thing I've ever said in my life and I've ever heard, but like why does that feel so real? Cause you know they're doing the freakiest shit. Like that's what I always say is like they're fucking babies, pulling their teeth out, torturing them, fucking them, like and then eating them. It's like they're doing all this like black magic shit because it's like the rituals of like they're like appeasing their god. Somehow they're like doing these acts and like collecting all the energy from their body and like focusing it on their god and they're like having sex with their god in their mind. It's like the craziest fucking shit.
I
But
mean,
maybe that is what
yeah,
they're doing.
I think that, I mean, to me, what seems to have happened in terms of like the whole Epstein class of crazy, horrible rapists, like pests, is like these are people who have so much money and power and know they're like above the law, and so they're making like a mockery of it and just being the most depraved that they could possibly be.
Yes, but
It's
I
like it's
think
kind of like the trope of like a crazed like artist chef thinks he's above people, and so he puts humans in the food and shows how tasty they are, and it's like I don't know, it's like just it's like a power play to me. It doesn't it's I don't think they're channeling black magic or anything. I think they're just insanely powerful and horrible people.
yeah, I just happen to think like I'm someone who like believes in this like magical stuff, so it makes sense that they would too. And then that also they would like discount it at every turn and tell you that astrology is stupid and for girls, 14-year-old girls, like they're going to like disrespect all the things that they secretly are doing behind the scenes. Because like there is I mean like you just have to I don't know. I'm someone who like feels the energies and like the magic. Like there's more
No,
than the
yeah,
physical
I agree
realm,
with
right?
you.
So like
I think most people agree with that. They just have their own special words to use for it, and I think the
yes.
danger in that is the like isolating thing that the words like every every Christian thinks that they're special because they're Christian when it's like you're just listening to one like uh one written version of like a universal human experience of like godliness and the devil and good and evil and like I don't know, like the human experience. And then astrology is kind of the same thing to me, where it's like, yeah, sure, being
Yes.
born at a certain period in like the solar system and everything being aligned in the way that it is probably going to affect you in some way. But the words that you're attributing to that, and then like being like, I don't know, like saying chakras, it's going to isolate people, and then I don't know, it's
It's all
hard to like.
fragmented.
It is very
And I
fragmented.
think
I
that's
saw a
part of
meme.
their plan. Like I
Yeah.
know that's crazy. Like I know I sound crazy when I say stuff like that, but like that's kind of what it feels like. And you
Well,
know
I don't
like
know if you mean it by they, but I do think like creating isolation from different groups and beliefs is like
a good
100% a way to gain power. Like that's what
yes.
happens with political parties, and that's why people are
Right.
so like bought into being left or right, and that's why everyone thinks one party is right and one party is
Wrong.
wrong, and it's like
It's logical to think that. So my point is just like why would you assume they're not doing these things at a higher level? Like yeah, we get the political side of it, but like don't you think there's deeper levels? And like my point is like those would be the deeper levels is like this weird occulted magic type shit.
maybe I don't know. I think I mean, yeah, I guess it would make sense, I guess, but it's like it just seems to me like these people are so powerful in real life without any like woo woo about it. Like they just are demons in like physically. Like it's not like the idea of like black magic and energy and like channeling it and worshiping a god is like that's all like rhetoric.
Yeah.
I think like literally what is happening is they are horrible evil people, and there's no other. Like there literally is terrible, horrible shit happening, and people that are above the law,
Yeah.
and and
So you agree?
it's yeah, I agree with you.
So my point is just like, what do those people do behind closed doors? That's the question that I think is so fascinating. Like, what do they do that they're not telling us? That is the conspiracy of like conspiracy theory. That's like people conspiring behind our backs, and it's knowledge that they only keep for themselves. So, like, what is it that they're doing behind the scenes?
Well,
And
I
I
mean, I
don't.
think we know for certain that they're like abusing underage people and
Yeah.
potentially eating them, I guess.
Yes. So then you think, why would they do that? And I think that there's a deeper layer than just they're just depraved and they've gotten bored because they have so much money. I think there's a little bit more to the story, and I think it has to do with these ancient gods and these like ancient, powerful bloodlines that have been pulling strings for thousands of years, and they're in charge of like, they created the Catholic Church. So like this goes back to our earlier conversation. It's like, how can we take this cool Messiah thing that everyone loves and like switch the story around so that we control all the power and we can actually, harvest their prayers and energy that they're giving to this Messiah, and like, take half their money and
See,
also tell them that they're
this
going to
is
go to
where I
hell or
disagree
heaven.
with you.
But like,
So what I think is happening with your belief here in like tracing it back to bloodlines and lineage
yeah,
is that it's like we're made to recognize patterns, right? And our brains will do that even to their own faults. And I
sure.
think like what happens is people seek out power, and like the idea of depravity is that you're going to go to the worst ends of whatever is happening to seek out that power or seek out that control or just be straight up evil. And it's like every single person who's evil is not like part of an evil club. I think there are horrible evil people, and they have power, and they are able to maintain it. Like the people who created the Catholic Church and exploited people for their money. I don't think there's a deeper level than, oh my god, we can actually just use this to our own benefit and exploit people. The same way like fucking Rockefeller bought up other companies so that he could own people, you know?
Yeah. Okay, I'm with you there, but I think there is like this idea of like dynasty that passes from generation to generation, and I think, whether it's like how planned out or not it is, like the idea of the old kings and like having their bloodline pass from generation to generation, and they would like teach their children like certain things that they didn't want the peasants to know, because this is like, so they would like the idea of chess, like they would teach their kids chess because it's like a good way to like stretch your brain out to think about how to like control people, control. You have like the
Yeah,
kingdom interacting with another
control the
kingdom.
board.
Right. So like it's logical, like you don't even have to think about a conspiracy. It's logical that bloodlines would do that to keep their dynasty in power, and they would have information and like practices that they would teach their kids generation over generation. Like,
Yeah, I agree. But don't
so
don't you think like
where does that end?
I don't think it ends, but I think those are like, rich families are gonna continue being evil. I don't think it's
That's
like
my
rich
point.
families are gonna share their secrets with other rich families and create a rich club. Like those
I
are
mean,
cults, and we find out about them, and we're like, "Yo, this is fucked up," and then those people go to jail.
okay, but think about this. You have, so back in the, let's keep the kingdom thing. So you have one kingdom. It's like Game of Thrones, or like if you think about any kingdom. So you have one kingdom, and they like partner with another kingdom. They marry their children so that they can like work together. It's like, oh, you control the east side, we control the west side. You have powerful shipping, we have powerful warriors. This is a good match. And so now their families are tied, and they're gonna stay tied as long as it's makes strategic sense for both of them. So they're gonna continue that partnership throughout the generations. So like it's not uncommon for like multiple dynasties who have different interests and yet similar goals to partner, and like then they would like have knowledge that they would share across generations. Like this is very logical.
Right, but how? Okay, what kind? I just don't think that this kind of knowledge could like. I don't like. Yeah, sure. I'm thinking of it from like succession terms now because I haven't seen Game of Thrones or anything. It's like one big business will partner with another big business so that they can both, exploit the people better and make more money. But at the end of the day, those two businesses care about themselves.
Yeah,
And
100%.
it's like they're gonna tell their kids, make deals with people, but always know they're trying to fuck you too, and uh, don't be
Yes.
don't fall for niceness or whatever. But it's like,
Yes. Okay.
I don't know. Do you really like what?
But do you really think that McDonald's and Coca-Cola wouldn't do everything they can to help each other sustain each other? I mean,
Yeah,
that's a
but
good
then like
relationship.
it's I feel like it's easy to exploit people like in most cases. Like I don't think you have to have special evil powers. You just have to be a bad person.
Yeah. Okay. Agreed. I don't think they're like that. They have that much power. I think they're getting powers, and I think they, I think they were probably getting some powers, but I don't think they're like gods among men. I think they
Well, they're
just do this
demons
weird
among
shit.
men, I'll say.
Right. Yeah, like I think they are getting some kind of power or they're getting insights, it's kind of like maybe they're able to like look at different timelines because they have like technologies, I think they play around. I think they have probably like crazy technology that we've never heard of. Like they might have some kind of advantage.
I don't
But
think so.
I think they might, I don't know.
I mean, I think the government might. I
But it's
think
also
like
perception is the biggest thing. So, like, let's say you have one family that controlled or founded the like modern medicine institution. Then you have another family that also like founded the institutionalized education. And then so they kind of work together. It's like, well, we have a means to
those
an
two
end.
things are like good things. Like the people who did those are not evil.
Bro, this is where I disagree. I think those institutions, both of those institutions, are like put in place with the intention to like mislead us because I think that it's so like the fact that education, it's like we don't learn about certain things, like there's history is like given to us in like these
Yeah,
little
I think that's
spoonfuls.
because the
It's
government is
perception.
involved in regulating how education works. So you're not going to learn like you're not going to learn history from a objective point of view.
Dude, okay.
Obviously,
Do you remember having Maxwell textbooks when you were in school? There's like
no.
a couple of different brands of textbooks and it's like McGraw-Hill, Maxwell, or you got like
Yeah, but
McGraw-Hill
I
slash
mean, yes,
Maxwell.
I get it. I understand the whole textbook conspiracy. I understand the people who make textbooks, but
It was wait,
standardized
wait, wait. Let me
education
let me
is a good
finish it.
thing.
It was Ghislaine Maxwell's dad who ran that company. This is my point. Isn't that a little suspicious?
I mean, it's not that's not a conspiracy. Like they get to rich
Bro.
people and powerful people get to determine how history is perceived.
Okay, but isn't it also strange that they were also like kidnapping and raping and eating children? The
Dude,
same
think
people?
about your teachers in school. Like you're talking about you said the standardized institution of education.
Yeah.
That's not textbooks that people got lucky and got to exploit the government so that the government would buy them. It's like your teachers are the people who care about you and want you to learn shit. And like,
Yeah.
yeah, they have to work within regulations and they have to work within the propagandized system of like
Yeah. And
government.
also, they went to the same school that you did. They grew up with you like the same textbooks, the same stories. So they think that is they think they're doing their best to like give you the knowledge because that's what they were given. So this is my thing. This is the whole point I'm trying to make is like generational perceptional manipulation of like you don't know you're being manipulated because it's been happening for generations over thousands of
Yeah,
years
I
by
mean,
the
I think
same
it's widely
families.
known. I think it's widely known, like globally, that the U.S. is amazing at propaganda to the point where people don't even realize they're so propagandized.
Okay, yeah, you're proving my point.
It's still like the idea that education, like
You got to
basically you
connect
started
these
by saying
dots.
education and healthcare bad.
You've got to connect these dots because like it's all there in front of you. I think this is like my issue with everyone. It's like it's not that crazy. Like I know the things I say sound really crazy, but like all the ingredients are out there. It's like you just have to like see baking the cake. It's there. It's all there.
I agree with you, but I don't. I think like the way you're framing it is like these people have completely constructed reality. It's like no, they just get to have say on a lot of the things we think about our country and like business.
Fair. Okay, no, I think that's a good point you're bringing up because I don't think they're as powerful as they wish they were. You know what I mean? Like they like are running our institutions, I think, but I think that we have a lot of power to just kind of like turn the other cheek, and I think that's where the revolution is going to come from. Like they are not all powerful. They're not like gods among men. I think they just have an advantage, which is like, generations of knowledge, or maybe they literally are possessed by demons that give them some kind of insight. Like I do think that's possible, but
I
it's
think their
at
biggest
the end of the
advantage is
day,
money.
I mean, I think it's a spiritual thing, but that's just me.
I think spiritually they're, depraved.
Yeah. So what does that mean? What does that lead to? You got to think like if you're spiritually depraved and you're the head of $1 billion corporation, what are you capable of? I think that's an interesting question to ponder.
Yeah, okay. Well, if you're Mark Zuckerberg, you're capable of knowing that your algorithms create addictions and then still pushing them.
There you go. That's one example. And like he's in a position where he could actually rearrange the algorithm to like make really good things happen, like more educational content, less addictive. But no, his profits push him in a way that is going to be the least healthy option for his customers. Like, why is that? Because he's spiritually depraved? Yeah, probably. Because he's possessed by an ancient Sumerian demon? Maybe. I don't know. You tell me. Like, this is the things we got to consider.
You think it's specifically a Sumerian demon?
Dude, yeah, I think that's a really interesting Sumerian. But, like, okay, Leslie Wexner? He's the head of Victoria's Secret and, like, gave Jeffrey Epstein a lot of his wealth and, like, gave him a house and shit.
Yeah.
He has on record saying, I don't know if it was like in a court or like in an interview, he said like, yeah, I'm actually possessed by an ancient demon and he runs through me. Like he said something like that just casually in an interview.
What?
I'm telling you, man, you gotta like look at because this stuff is like they give you the answers. I think these people are doing this is what they're doing. Because think of it this way, you've got okay. I've always been into like the spiritual content from the other side of the. So you've got these like channeled materials from like have you ever heard of like Neville Goddard? Have you ever heard of like Cryon? Have you ever heard of Abraham Hicks?
No, man.
There's these people that channel it in their words like what they advertise themselves. They channel benevolent energies and like spirits and like deliver messages in real time in the physical earth, and they'll hold conferences and charge people like 20, 30, $50 to come and sit, and they'll like close their eyes, go into trance mode, and like channel these like spiritual entities that say that give it's like the earth is a beautiful place. It's like all these kind of like pleasantries and like platitudes and like spiritual and like some of it's like really interesting. I got really into it for a while, but like it's the same idea. I think it's
Do
happening.
you think that that is like really other entities though? Like, what do you think is happening when you do mushrooms?
uh Yeah, I do think it's other entities. I think you can get possessed. I think you have. There's also this thing that's called like ride-alongs or passengers, where like if you don't like cleanse your aura, there's like these little entities that will like hang on to your auric field and like suck your energy and like give you like depressed thoughts and like they're just like little. It's like little jesters. They're just like little trickster vibe. Like they're not like malevolent per se. Like they kind of are, but they're really just like they don't have your best good. They're just kind of like sucking energy off of you, and they're like along for the ride. They're like a little bit parasitic.
I think, okay, I think again these are like ways of describing something that are not fully accurate.
That's fair. I mean, a lot of people think of like, oh, it's a metaphor, it's whatever. I mean, you can think whatever you want. Like at the end of the day, I'm not going to convince you either way because there's no proof. It's like more of like, I don't know. Everyone's going to have their own opinion on it. Personally, I think that's what's happening, and I've gotten like psychic work done, and I talked to a lot of practitioners, and like, I don't know. I've had interesting experiences that have confirmed these things for me, but like, can I prove it to you? No. I mean, it's going to be your own perception of it. But this is where I'm coming from. Is like I do think that we interact with spirits and like other dimensions are like folded inside of this dimension that we can't see but like interact with us. And I think this is like all part of JD Vance just went on Joe Rogan and they were talking about how his claim that like he thinks the alien phenomenon is really demons. That's a whole thread happening now. It's like there's everyone's
What did you
saying that
think
like
about that convo?
I didn't listen to the whole thing, but I don't know. I just think JD Vance is like just saying a lot of nothing these days, which is makes sense. But I don't know. Yeah, I think I think like all the stories in the Bible about angels and demons. I think when they come into our physical reality, I'm sure that people have probably reported them as like flying saucers or orbs or, this weird like red-eyed, big bulbous head figure that smells like sulfur. It's like, is that an alien or is that a demon? It's like it depends on who you ask. It depends on what framework of belief they're coming from. But I think that these things are probably like one and the same thing.
Yeah, I think this has to do with like agency and consciousness, and like perceptions and memory and all that kind of stuff too. It's like first of all, our reality is completely subjective and just based on like what you can take in. Like actually you're not really there unless you think you're there, kind of a thing. And then like I don't know, like the idea that you actually don't have a personality, you just have memories and like muscle memories of how you should act and stuff. Like I think if you can like get into a really meditational state and like want to channel positive energy and like want to, feel like things will work out and be good, like you can do that if you're strong enough and focused enough. I don't think it's a I, I don't know. I don't buy the whole like channeling benevolent spirits. I think you just can become like overtaken by positivity and like I don't know.
I mean, yeah, that's your belief. I think we all come at it from different places. That's one of the things they kept saying about like Project Bluebeam is that they can like put voices in your head using like I don't know, some kind of like sonic radiation vibration technology where it makes you feel like you're hearing thoughts, and they would like try to either like fake the coming of Jesus or an alien invasion, and they would make the message different based on your beliefs and like what you're more apt to believe.
Who is they and what is Project Bluebeam?
Um, I don't know, like the fucking CIA, Rothschilds, them, them,
The big guys?
the big boys who aren't on camera, people on camera like Donald Trump, and those are just their minions. The guys who aren't on camera are the ones that are really doing this stuff.
I see. Well, I hope they can't do that. I'd like to think my own thoughts.
Yeah, well, it's just all about discernment. I think that's what this like point of time is like, people are trying to do all kinds of crazy shit, but as long as you're like really confident in your own like presence, your own thoughts and your own like energy, then you can just like you can hear that thought and be like, "Wait, that's not my thought. No, thank you." And just like tune it out and be like, "No, I don't choose to think that." And then they lose. This is why they're not as powerful as they want us to think. Like this is just like it's all like kind of silly games. It just has like
Yeah.
a lot like a weight to it that feels like apocalyptic, quote unquote. It feels like so scary and doom and gloom and like demons and angels. It's like it's really just like no, I don't like I don't want to fuck with your shit. Like you're dumb. Like go away. Just like laugh them out of the room. Like that's all we have to do collectively.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Take back the power a bit.
Take it back.
Hell yeah.
All
Well,
right.
I'm gonna channel these feelings into my show that I'm playing at this girl's birthday party.
Hell yeah. Make sure it's only channeling the good ones. You got to watch out. Use discernment.
Yep. I'll laugh away all the bad thoughts.
Hell yeah. Well, good luck at your show. Um,
Thanks, dude.
yeah, I think we can wrap it up there. I think that was a good episode.
Hell yeah. Shout out to our damn awesome fucking ass cool ass fans.
Shout out to me later when I'm like trying to give us one view.
Yeah. And I'll watch it too, and we can get 2 views.
Sweet. This is for you.
Leave a
Future
comment if
self.
you listened. Leave a like if you loved it.
Tell us whether
Uh,
you believe in Sumerian priest bloodlines or not.
yes.
Tell us if you think that channeled content is accurate or it's just psychotic ramblings of a misguided mind.
Hey, that's not what I said.
I was just trying to say something poetic in the moment. I don't know what you said.
Okay. Let us leave a comment if you think that you are real and want us to think that too.
Actually, screw that. Leave a comment if you are a bot because we need all the bot support we can get.
Also true, dude. There's a truck in front of me that's a Ram, but the instead of saying Ram, it says War.
Oh hell yeah! I think that's a certain kind of RAM. They make these like special ones that are they call it like the war something. Like some of them have like 6 wheels.
Oh,
I think it's like something. Does it look any different in any other way?
well, I can't. It left. It passed me,
Oh
but it was green.
yeah. I feel like they make like apocalypse trucks and they call it the war machine or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm making that up, but I think there's something to it.
Interesting. All right, dude.
All right. Catch you later. Think of some stuff we should do when I'm in town.
Bet. Catch you on the flip.
All right. Peace.
Peace.